So where were we with the roly-poly bird?
We're not on this page.
We are, because I haven't quite finished. The roly-poly bird gave a shriek of terror and shot straight up into the air, leaving the tail feathers behind the enormous crocodile's mouth. Ha 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 ha. At last, the enormous crocodile came out of the other side of the jungle into the sunshine. He could see the town not very far away. Ho, ho, he said to himself, talking aloud. Ha, ha, that walk through the jungle has made me hungrier than ever. One child isn't going to be nearly enough for me today. I won't be full up until I've eaten at least 3 juicy little children. And he started to creep forward into the town. The enormous crocodile crept over to the place where there were a lot of coconut trees. He knew the children from the town often came there looking for coconuts, and the trees were too tall for them to climb, but there were always some coconuts on the ground that had fallen down. The enormous crocodile quickly collected all the coconuts that were lying around on the ground. He also gathered together several fallen branches. Now for clever trick number 1, he whispered to himself. It won't be long before I'm eating the first part of my lunch. He took all the coconut branches and held them between his teeth. He grasped the coconuts and in his front paws and stood straight up in the air, balancing on his tail. He arranged the branches and coconuts so cleverly he now looked exactly like a small coconut tree standing amongst big coconut trees. Soon 2 children came along. They were brother and sister, and the boy was called Ario, and his sister was called Mary. They walked around looking for fallen coconuts, but they couldn't find any because the enormous crocodile had gathered them all up. "Oh, look!" cried Ario. "That tree over there is much smaller than the others, and it's full of coconuts. I think I could climb up that one quite easily if you help me up the first bit." So Ario and Mary ran towards what they thought was a small coconut tree. The enormous crocodile peered through the branches, watching them as they came closer and closer. He licked his lips and began to dribble with excitement. Suddenly there was a tremendous whooshing noise. It was Humpty Rumpty, the hippopotamus. He came crashing and snorting out of the jungle, his head down low, and he was galloping at a terrific speed. "Look out, Ario!" shouted Humpty Rumpty. "Look out, Mary! That's not a coconut tree. It's the enormous crocodile, and he wants to eat you up." Humpty Rumpty charged straight at the enormous crocodile and caught him with his giant head and sent him tumbling and skidding over the ground. "Owie!" cried the crocodile. "Help! Stop! Where am I?" Ario and Mary ran back to the town as fast as they could. Oh, next.